Tell us a little bit about your background as a white Zimbabwean farmer.
Well, I was born in Klerksdorp, South Africa, and I came up to Zimbabwe for the first time when it was Rhodesia. I was fighting in the South African War, and I was up there and I saw the lush land and decided it would be best to buy a farm there. So I bought Mount Carmel in 1975, I believe it was. And from there, about 5 years later, I bought a neighboring farm, and I just found a love for farming like all of my ancestry back in Africa.
How do you think your farming has contributed to the nation of Zimbabwe?
Well, my farm at its peak was the largest exporter of mangoes in all of Zimbabwe. I employed over 500 Africans, black Africans, and it greatly contributed to the economy of Zimbabwe, as the economy is not doing very well there, as most would know, and the dollar is very weak. And I believe that my farm did much to contribute.
What was your reaction when you learned about the land reform policy?
Well, I had heard rumors about it, and I never took it very seriously. I thought it was just very strange. But back in 1999, when the government officially labeled Mount Carmel as of no interest and a new property of the state, that's when I began to notice these men would show up. Around 2000 was actually the first time that a group of men showed up. I told them to, I gave them a shack to sleep in, and I told them I didn't want them cutting down my wood for their little shacks. And but over the years, more and more men came. They would beat my workers, try to take this farm back of mine, and it was really quite a shame. So things progressed.
What was your reaction when you learned about the land reform policy?
When I first heard about it, I was really confused by it all. It didn't seem like it was just at all. I mean, just taking land away from white farmers who owned the land, it was strange. But back in 1999, they declared my farm, Mount Carmel, to be owned by the state, that it was of no interest. And about a year later, in 2000, men started to show up. Mugabe's representatives, these thugs, came to harass me, telling me that my farm was not mine. And I gave them a shack to sleep in, except as the years went by, they tried to test my will. They sent men out to beat my workers, destroy crops, kill my animals. They even burned down my safari lodge, except I just stuck to my faith in God and my faith in a universal justice, and I was able to manage through for a very, very long time.
Have you ever done anything to wrong the blacks of Zimbabwe? Why do you think Mugabe is wrong in his actions against white farmers?
To the contrary, I've done a lot to help the blacks of Zimbabwe. I have over 500 black workers employed at my farm, and I've done everything I can to help them, and all of them live on my farm as well, and I love all of them, good people. I think Mugabe's land reform system is incredibly unjust, maybe lawful in their books, except it's just not right. I bought that land fully off the market, and I deserve to own it. And it's not as if I'm doing any trouble to the to anyone, really. I'm only helping the economy, and I think it's just a sick, racist revenge on Mugabe's part.
Do you believe in a universal justice? How does it feel to be discriminated against because of what other whites have done?
Well, I do believe in a universal justice. See, if I didn't believe in a universal justice, I wouldn't have had the willpower to fight against the harassment and pain from Mugabe's men over these years. And I do think it's wrong that they dwell in the past about what the white colonialists from Britain and such did in Rhodesia. It was wrong. That is true. Except I believe keeping a grudge like that is terrible for a nation. You have to learn to forgive, like God would.